Hi everyone, and welcome to the next NGIQ update, which is a special Cyclone Alfred edition. We're going to be talking about natural disasters, of course, fire ants, and also a new look for NGIQ. Cyclone Alfred is bearing down on the southeast Queensland coast, and now is a really good time for growers to brush up on what they need to know to secure their business and also to secure government assistance if the worst should happen and you should suffer damage over the next couple of days. Yesterday, we sent out a cyclone ready checklist to our member database, and we also sent a recording of a meeting that we held with QRider earlier this week about how to apply for disaster assistance money in the wake of a natural disaster. So they'll be two useful assets if you want to get your hands on those. The top tip from the QRider meeting was making sure that you've just got really good evidence of before and after. So taking photos of your nursery, your stock, your equipment, just so that you've got some proof to support any claims that you might need to make through government channels over the next few days. Also, if the worst should happen and there is extensive damage from the cyclone over the next 48 or 72 hours, we're going to ask you to go online and fill out a disaster impact survey for the DPI. It does seem like a little bit of red tape, but it's really important that the department can assess the level of damage so that we do get the right amount of funding for our sector. Of course, many of our members in Far North Queensland are still cleaning up after their massive rain event this month, and we've sent advice out to those members about how to access small business support and QRider grants and loans. If you need help making an application in that regard, please feel free to contact us. We're here to help you. If you're considering standing employees down, if you're in southeast Queensland and you're considering standing down employees over the next couple of days, then you should make sure that you know what your legal obligations are. In summary, you should first look at your letter of employment or your contractual instrument with your staff and just see if there's any clauses in there about a shutdown due to weather or natural disasters, and obviously apply those clauses if they're there. Secondly, you want to look to the modern award that your staff are employed under and apply any provisions in the modern award. But if both the contract and the modern award are silent on the issue, then the Fair Work Act applies. And that means that as an employer, you are within your rights to stand your staff down without pay during the period of the natural disaster, as long as there's no other useful deployment for those staff in your business at the time. So just be sure to make sure that you stand them down with writing, and again, you can stand them down without pay if need be. If you've got any questions about that or about your HR obligations in general, please feel free to contact us and we'll set you up with our preferred partner in the HR space, and they provide free general advice over the phone to NGIQ members. I said in my first video that the most valuable thing that we can do to support you and your business is to speak up for the industry. And I just wanted to say how grateful I am that almost 60 businesses completed the industry survey that I asked you to fill out last month. I was just blown away by the amount of data and the amount of evidence that you were willing to provide, and that's going to come in really handy to represent you over the next little while. A good example of that was last week on Wednesday. I wrote to the Department of Primary Industries Minister Tony Perrott, asking him to get rid of some of the ridiculous requirements on nurseries around Yandina that have been forced to really turn their businesses upside down under the premise of preventing fire ants, even though there's no evidence of any live nests in that region. Putting unnecessary process and unnecessary costs on nursery businesses in the name of preventing a pest that does not exist or may not exist, to me is really the definition of bureaucracy. And you can be sure that NGIQ is going to keep fighting to help you defend your business and to defend your employees' livelihoods over the next few weeks and months and well into the future. You can read a copy of the letter that I sent to the Minister in the latest Top 10 Things email that we've sent out to our mailing list. And of course, I'm going to let you know if and when we receive a reply from the Minister's office. On a lighter note, it was great to get to the National Green Life Conference a few weeks ago. The theme was Stronger Together. So it was very appropriate that all of the state industry associations and our federal body, GIA, decided to use that conference to announce that we'll all be adopting a common brand, which I believe is really, really exciting development. NGIQ will become Green Life Industry Queensland, NGI Victoria will become Green Life Industry Victoria, and so on. We'll all adopt a new logo over the coming weeks and months, and the reason behind that is that we're building an influential and a more identifiable movement for growers right across the country. And I'll email our members and our mailing list over the next week or two with more details about that, so that you can understand the reasons behind the rebranding of NGIQ. Lastly, I also wanted to let you know that I'm still out there visiting nurseries, probably not so much over the next couple of days, but certainly getting out and visiting more nurseries is the most enjoyable part of my job. I just wanted to say thanks to the Plant Shack, Blackall Range Nurseries and Landscapers Nurseries for letting me drop in and say g'day. And I also wanted to say a big thank you to Rocky Point and to Garden City Plastics, not just for some really great tours of their businesses, but also the great level of support that they continue to offer to NGIQ members and NGIQ itself over many, many years. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. You can catch me anytime on LinkedIn, or if you just want to call our switchboard and have Annie put you through to me wherever I am, I'd be more than happy to take your call. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.